Welcome viewers, this is Danny from LEGO Buff Productions, here with my 2018 LEGO collection. Now I laid out a bunch of sets on my floor because I did run out on my shelf, so we'll go ahead and start in the back with these. And these are some of my older sets. You may notice some very old pirate sets from the 90s and some more miscellaneous sets like some Exo Force, a few holiday sets, a little Spider-Man set there. Now we're kind of transitioning into some of my Star Wars collection that expanded from the shelves. You can see a bunch of duplicate sets from The Force Awakens there, the buildable figure of General Grievous, some other sets from Rogue One, Rebels, getting into some original trilogy sets. You can also see a bunch of battle packs lined up there, and here's a better look at some of those shuttles and other Star Wars ships kind of tucked away in the corner there. Going back to the left side, you can see I have some more city sets and some architecture sets there, as well as some more Star Wars sets. Now we're starting to get into the Clone Wars. That is my favorite LEGO theme of all, Star Wars The Clone Wars. Love those sets. Just a huge fan. You'll see when we get to the shelves. I have a lot more of those. But yeah, and as I mentioned, the reason these are all laid out on the floor over my LEGO room is because my shelves are just overloaded, which will lead me to eventually start taking apart some of these, which I'll get into a bit later. Coming over here though, you'll see this is easily one of my favorite sets, this castle set here from the Knights theme. I got this at Brick Fair, Virginia, I believe in 2016, that I picked that set up, and that was always on my list to get. Over here you'll see some smaller sets. Some of these were in poly bags, and just some other small LEGO sets there. Over on the left you could see some holiday and Christmas themed sets. You'll see a lot more of those in my kind of winter village on the shelves. Again, everything seems to be on the shelves. And coming down here you can see this massive Technic crane. I got that for free when you go to Brick World Chicago. In the past they've done free door prizes. They could range from a poly bag to a massive set like that. So that's where I picked up that Technic crane, which was pretty cool. Over here again, some more Star Wars sets, as that is the vast majority of my collection. You can see some of these more play-like sets, the little battle arenas, that sort of stuff. Yeah, some more duplicates of those swamp speeders. I like duplicating a lot of those Star Wars ships. If you haven't noticed yet, a lot of the Starfighters and bigger ships, especially to use for mocks, those are really handy. On the left there you could see the exosuit. That was one of those great idea sets. Another idea set there is the Wally. Love those. You can see some more duplicates of those battle packs, but you'll see a lot of those in a second here. If you've seen any of my previous videos, I've done clone armies and droid armies in the past. One of the best ways to build up those is to buy massive quantities of battle packs. So back in the past years I have been stacking up on those. I haven't done it recently just because the battle pack price has increased to $15, so I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon. But when they go on sale, that's when I try to pick them up, and here's when we'll come to that section of the collection, the massive battle pack mini builds that you get in those sets. You can see the swamp speeders, that little command station from the Clone Troopers versus Droideka battle pack. And then those are supposed to represent the Octopatari Tri-Droids from the Utapau Troopers battle pack. And then you have some of the more recent Empire battle pack where you got some of those Stormtroopers and those mini walkers, and then a bunch of these 501st ATRTs. Those are not battle packs, but another great set. And this is another personal favorite, the Brick Bounty. There's actually a long story behind this set. I actually got to name it. If you want to see the story behind that, check out the haul video, which is a long time ago. Just search LEGO Buff Brick Bounty review. You can find that on YouTube. Here's some of my modulars. I love modular buildings. I need to catch up though. I'm a little bit behind on collecting those. The few UCS sets I have, you notice the Fairground Mixer and the other parts of the set, the vehicles from that set located there, and the Ferris wheel. I love that new carnival type theme, so I'm trying to collect more of those. This is easily my favorite set, the Saturn V. Definitely best LEGO set I own. You can see Lord of the Rings set there. And here are some more of those little mini builds. A lot of these are from the old magazine. I think it was called Brickmaster. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But it was an old LEGO magazine that used to come with a poly bag each time. They're really unique ones. Up top here, you'll notice some Pharaoh's Quest and some Indiana Jones all the way on the right, and then some superheroes, some Ninjago, a bunch of aliens, alien conquest, space police, power miners, a whole wide variety of sets up there. And then of course more Star Wars, some original trilogy. Again, some of those classic iconic sets. You got the X-Wing, Darth Vader's tie. And then we have the original Jabba sail barge. I kind of set this up in a little scene here. You see you have Jabba sail barge, Jabba's palace, the Rancor pit, the desert skiff there. And then that's the original tie collection. A few pieces are missing off of that. Again, not all these. I'd say just probably 10, maybe less than that sets are missing. Just a few pieces because I got them from either collections or from friends I bought them off of. And I have been unable to replace those. Very few pieces missing on each of those. This is a bunch of my city vehicles. I have a huge collection, though I haven't gotten any of the recent ones. When I was younger, I was very into Lego City, especially police, as you can see right here. So I picked up as many of those vehicles as I could. I have a wide assortment of those, and also fire. I was a big Lego City fire guy. So you can see a bunch of those fire trucks there. But like I said, recently I haven't been picking up too many of those, just because they come out with new ones every year. Here you can see we have the droid collection. If you've seen my recent droid army, all of those vehicles are located, or the majority of them are located on this shelf right here. And then I apologize for any of the camera work or the lighting that you guys might notice a little bit of out of focus. This video is extremely difficult to film for many reasons. One of them being the lighting in the room is very poor. I brought in these huge lights to kind of illuminate this space, otherwise it'd be impossible to see. Up here you can see some more clone related sets, but unfortunately just the way the shelves are designed and all that, I couldn't get every area illuminated, so I apologize for the poor lighting. Here are my larger Star Wars sets, one of my favorites being the dropship with AT-OT. You see the walker back there, that's the AT-OT, one of the greatest sets. Battle of Helm's Deep there, again one of the rings. You'll also notice some little bags lying around, especially in the city section. I forgot to mention those. Those are some of those extra pieces included with those sets, whether it be like a mailbox or a little stoplight or something like that. I put those in those bags a while back just so those won't get lost. And then up here you can see my Starfighter collection. I do have every Clone Wars Starfighter from the original series before they started remaking them. I think Anakin Starfighter is coming out soon. And you can see the Episode 3 versions of their Jedi Interceptors and the originals tucked away in the back there. You can kind of see those. And again, I apologize for the poor camera work, especially these top places. It was incredibly hard. I couldn't get my tripod to go that high, so I had to kind of do some handheld shots with my hand there, so apologize for the shakiness. So that about wraps it up. That's the end of my collection there. So I thank you guys all for watching, especially those who've stuck around for the years. This video is several months in the making. It took a while. I had quite the backlog of sets to build up. Over the course of my first year at college, when I came home for breaks and such, I made sure to build the rest of those sets there and get them all laid out in a presentable manner for all of you to see. And unfortunately, I have to announce that this will be the largest you will ever see my collection. Although I may do some collection videos in the future, I do have plans to start tearing down some of the sets. I'll start with the minor ones that are kind of like those play sets, like the Battle of Geonosis set, and the ones kind of similar to those, and then I'll slowly expand to other sets that just aren't that useful, just because I'm incredibly passionate about mock making, as you may have noticed from other videos, and there's some great pieces in those sets that it's just kind of a waste of having a useless vehicle or useless playset sitting on one of my shelves, when instead I could be using those pieces in mocks. And I plan to, at some point very far in the future, fill all of those shelves with mocks instead of just sets. So mocks that I can keep built, because that's a problem. If you notice those large bases and such that I've built in the past, I have to take those down every time that I'm finished. I have to tear them apart and use the pieces for future mocks. Or if I start tearing down these sets and keeping those pieces for mocks, I can start leaving some mocks put together, which would be a nice refreshing stage I can enter into. But of course, I will keep plenty of sets built, especially like the Modulars, the Saturn V, all those really cool sets definitely will keep built. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to check out my channel for some other awesome LEGO videos, and have a great day.